Hey everyone, always been welcome back to a brand new reaction video, and today we've got Crypt again. Because we're loving this guy. I mean, I've already heard all these albums or all these songs, but my dad is loving this guy. Please put the Cowboys cup down. Um, so we first did Settings with Grandma, and he loved it. So we did Bad Friend, and he loved that one as well, and he says he got lost in it. So go check both those out if you haven't already. This is the very first song from Buried Alive, and it to me it sets the tone of the album. Um, it's not maybe as reactionable. Wait, that doesn't make sense. It's a good song. Point is, but it does set the tone, and we're gonna do this, and then another one, and then we're gonna see how they do, and we'll figure out what.
Pause for dramatic
We're gonna
effect.
and then we're gonna see how they do, and I'm sure they're gonna do great.
What's wrong with you?
Are you ready, Dad?
No, I'm not ready.
Okay, well, let's go. Let's get started then.
It's gonna be
Perfect.
trifecta of Crypt songs this week.
Yep. Well, there's four.
So is this like Tales from Myself? Stupid.
I don't know. We should acknowledge that. No, I don't know. All right, you ready?
Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss.
Yeah. And that one missed very hard. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, boom.
This right here is how I kick off the album. I don't really care about the outcome. I just want to tell a couple stories and prove to everybody that I'm more than you think about me times 1,000. I spent the last year looking back on my accomplishments, ignoring all the compliments I don't ever really talk about. Cause the second that I do, one of you is gonna choose to ruin my mood and bring me down some. I can never get a glimpse of happiness cause every time it happens I just think about the accidents that might come. People on the internet remind me that I ain't shit and I agree with them, but I pretend that I doubt them. I remember backstage back in Omaha, Mac told me stop making rap records.
You know what that music reminds me of?
What?
The Untouchables.
The Untouchables.
It's a movie with Kevin Costner. It's
The music reminds you of it?
yeah, that doesn't. I don't
They
know
don't
if
really-
y'all out there have ever seen that movie. That kind of reminds me of that music. Just a
Oh,
little- just a
that's
little bit.
interesting.
Just a little bit. Have you ever seen that movie?
I don't think so.
It's going on the list.
Okay, we'll do it.
All right, rolling, baby.
Agree with them, but I pretend that I doubt them. I remember backstage back in Omaha, Mac told me stop making rap records all about him. But it's hard because a part of me doesn't even want a part of the shit. But the other part, what's all of it? I'm in the middle like Malcolm. How come every time I open my feed, there's so many comments full of positivity? But the second something's negative, it's inevitable that in my head all the positive has been outdone. If you dealt with the hatred I get on a day-to-day basis, I promise you wouldn't make it, so don't even try. The only person that should hate me is myself, and I do. But you, I've never even given you a reason why. And more times than not,
That's a good line.
That's a good line.
thinking what it would be like if I were to die. That's the time you see me hop on the Instagram live and chat, but you guys running away from my mind. Somebody says some dumb shit to get under my skin, then I circle back around to where my night begins, and I'm trapped with my thoughts to bring my life to an end. I saw a therapist back in college and he didn't do shit. Now my life is like Ring Around the Rosie, spinning in circles, burning to ashes slowly. Writing my hurt down in a verse before it gets worse, and I had to book a fucking hearse to hold me. And these albums are where I let it all hang out and show my scars for all to play loud. My mom didn't even know I tried to kill myself until I put Tales from the Crypt out. I remember writing some of those tracks I couldn't even record in the studio with Joey crying like a baby boy.
I think something that a lot of people need to realize with these guys, like he's been talking about in this song, is I mean, these guys are putting so much into these songs, and when people hate on them, like we talk a lot about when we're doing reviews and reactions that about being able to let things slide and not letting the trolls get to you or whatnot. It's easy to sit when you're us, you know.
Yeah.
We're not putting our soul into this, you know.
Yeah.
This isn't our life's work. This is the dude's life work. So when some troll comes out, even if it's a super minority of people, it's really hard to, it's really hard to, because they're insulting their life, you know, their heart. And it's hard to put that out of your mind. It's easy to say, put it out, hey, just ignore it. Yeah, well, you know, it's hard to do when
That's
I
why
pour
he
my
said-
soul in this song, this son of a bitch is calling me whatever for it. It's really hard.
Yeah, that's why earlier in the song he said, every time I open my feed, there's so many comments full of positivity.
One negative takes
But one negative just ruins the whole night.
I mean, I get it, man. I understand.
So,
We're sitting in the comfort of our own home, not producing or making and putting our lives out there for people.
It's
So
scary.
I have even if it's an artist that I don't like, that I don't listen to or don't care for, and maybe that's for personal reasons, maybe that's for public reasons, or maybe that's how they live their life. Whatever the case may be, I still would never troll them or insult their music or their work. It just doesn't make any sense.
That's them.
Yeah, they can still do whatever they want to do. And as long as it's not negatively impacting my personal life, then I don't give a shit. And so these people that pop up, just like the people that go on his Instagram just to slam him,
Yeah,
just to insult him, I mean, those people are turds, man. Like,
Yeah.
what is so wrong in your life that you gotta go on this? Just you know what? You could hit the X at the top right corner of the screen and stop listening to his shit.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
You know, it just kills. It baffles. It's mind baffling.
Mind baffling.
Baffles the mind.
Usually that's what I mean. Yeah.
Actually, I usually use boggle in there. It's mind boggling. My mind is boggled. It's funnier. But anyway, that's my 2 cents.
All right.
Did you back up?
I think so, but.
Show my scars for all to play loud. My mom didn't even know I tried to kill myself until
hold on.
from the crypt out.
Also, imagine that line right there. Imagine finding that out on an album that your son put out. That's something else.
That'd be tough.
That's. All right, go ahead.
Writing some of those tracks I couldn't even record in the studio with Joey crying like a baby boy. All the scars are real and all the stories are facts. So if you listen, you'll see I'm way more than fast raps. Why it affects me bad, and I get real mad when these people tell me that I only rap real fast. Alright, copy this, alright, copy that, alright. Sound like him, alright, sound like that, cause I pull it all out deep from inside, back from the depths of my dark black mind. Each track that I decide to write shaves off a couple good years of my life. I debated on dropping this or not, I can't lie, cause no matter what, it's gonna be an uphill climb. Cause before you even click, you got a thought of what this is, and every time I do that thought, you're gonna box me in. I got the stigma of a fast white rapper, cause I'm white and I rap fast. But why can't I just rap how I like? Can you listen without labeling my craft? Cause I do rap fast, but I also rap slow. For Christ's sake, I've shown you part of my soul. I'm not okay, night of September, the end. These are examples of my holes. These are the parts of my soul that I wrote and took from my dome and spoke so you can relate back home. These are the locks of my brain that I broke and dove into so you can know what I know. And this album is more of that. I've got so many stories that have been untapped. So sit back and listen and buckle up for the ride. It's the tales from the crypt on how I'm buried alive.
Yeah. That's a good one. Right there. Speaks on some real stuff.
I mean, let's talk about his fast rapping, because that's the first one I've heard. It was a little fast. The other two were much slower.
Yeah.
I kept up with everything he said. You know, like if my 50-year-old brain can keep up with what he's saying, then so can y'all. It's because it's not mumble. I could understand. Everything was clear. I like the sound of his voice.
Yeah.
His style kind of reminds me more of Dax, who he got me into a little bit. Yeah. Where, like, when you listen to Tom has a very specific manner that he does his songs. Almost all of them. There's, a couple of verses and the chorus, couple of verses, and chorus, couple of verses, chorus, and everything. And he ties up everything at the end, or he drops some deep knowledge, like the beat will drop. The beat will drop.
He'll talk.
Yeah, the beat will drop lower and he'll talk. That's what I expect every time I go to Tom. These guys are a little more unpredictable with the manner in which their songs are presented. You may not hear the same line twice throughout the entire song. It's like some songs, like that's what I picked up on anyway. Like Sundays at Grandma's had a chorus, very distinct chorus that changed at the end.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up a chorus in the second one.
Bad Friend. That one doesn't have a chorus.
I didn't pick up a chorus now. I didn't pick up a chorus in this one. So I like that.
Some songs will
like kind of moves around, but his speed it's not too fast. I kept up with it. I heard just about everything I'd say. Now, if I really wanted to dig into it, like do like a review of it and break all this stuff down, that kind of stuff, which I do like to do sometimes, I would have to listen to it several more times. But I caught everything he was saying. It all made sense. The gist around his story is obviously it's from the Tales from the Crypt. The first one, where I guess he talks about killing himself.
I haven't
heard that song, so
Tales from the Crypt
or that album.
It's an album. On that album, he has a few songs. That album is similar to this album in the fact that some of those songs are very personal stories, and that's one of my favorite things that I like about this guy is that he puts out not just songs, but these are like poems almost from his personal experiences, and I know that that's hard to do, especially if it's really personal that has hurt you so hard. And like we said, haters are going to hate on whatever. It must suck so bad when you put yourself out there.
Well, I think, too,
they hate on
he talks about the title of the song. So you're going to judge the song by the title and just say it's going to be the same thing that he did before and already have it prejudged before you even give it a thought or a listen or whatever. And that's so common. It's just a common thing.
And then right after that, he talks about the stigma of a fast white rapper.
Yeah.
Is what we were talking about.
I don't know what that stigma is. I'm not that into that.
It's just because of Eminem. If we're being completely honest, he's
so you're all Eminem followers.
Yes, it's like I like Eminem's music. It's just that I don't like that stigma either because, like he said, why can't he just rap how he likes? Just because he's white doesn't mean that he wants to be like Eminem. He's doing his own thing here. To me, he's making
Eminem
better music.
Eminem anymore.
He's making.
He's a cog in the wheel.
Like to me, Crypt is making the more meaningful music than Eminem ever will. Maybe his old stuff.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
His new stuff is more mainstream now.
You gotta watch that comparison because you're in different decades, and Eminem is in a different age bracket.
I know.
So he's changed.
Oh, the same age. That's crazy. Well, you are.
I know we are
close.
I'm older. But anyway, the point being is people do change over time, and that's fine to do that. But the style of rap, or it's definitely the meaningful of the songs, has definitely changed over like someone like Eminem's career.
Yeah.
So it's hard to compare somebody to Eminem now. If you took him back then, I mean, you're talking about some edgy ass rap.
He has been rapping for 20 years.
Surrounded by controversy back in those days, and even in that time, before you had social media and the internet and all that shit. So imagine if somebody like him had come out right now. If our times were the same, but we had social media back then, and he came out, then the internet would have been on fire.
Yeah.
So I won't discredit the work that Eminem has done. I mean, we said that earlier. Like, I may differ with him on a lot of different things, but the dude's got some work and he's done some things, and he's work ethic and has done things that nobody probably ever thought possible for someone like him back in those days. So
I have something to say.
Props to him. Go ahead.
A lot of people hate on him now, right? I didn't start listening to him till, I don't want to say recently, but probably 2018 was when I started really listening to him because he came out with an album that I really liked. And regardless if you like him or not, for me, he's the one. He didn't do this. He didn't do this. He didn't do this purposefully, but he gave us Tom McDonald, Dax, and Crypt. Okay, 3 people I love to listen to. Imagine if Eminem never started rapping. He has done so much for music as a whole, and
it's not what it's all about Eminem.
I would have never. No, but I'm being serious. I would have probably never found Crypt. I would have never found Tom Donald or Dax if I didn't listen to him because my Spotify recommends music like Eminem, and I gotta be honest, Dax makes music like Eminem. That's true, but I think that I'm gonna bring this back because Crypt does his own stuff, and he's not.
The thing is, they always want to compare the up and comers or the independents or the newbies to who's done it before. Look at sports; it's the same way. They're always comparing the next greatest to the old greatest. Or it's just the next. No, man. It's Crypt is Crypt. It's Crypt. Dax is Dax. Tom is Tom.
Yep.
Eminem's Eminem. Be done with all the bullshit comparisons. I don't remember the last time I've ever said that person is just like. No, because nobody's just like.
They can be similar, but they have their own things. So that's the whole thing about the fast rapping. And he mentioned that he has the slower raps that we have already listened to. 2 of them.
I really like those, man.
Yeah,
I like those kinds that just. I got so involved in the story of Bad Friend.
Bad Friend.
I didn't even realize the song was over. I wanted it to keep going. It's like I was listening to an audiobook or something. I wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think he's really good. So.
Yeah, he does both very well, and I just don't see why.
My opinion is the greatest opinion on planet Earth.
Oh yeah, we've already
established that, right?
Yeah, all right. Okay.
I mean, I'm sure that's going to make his day.
I'm sure. Okay. Okay, well, let's see. I think we've covered most stuff. The slow raps. This next one we're gonna do is not slow either. It's honestly probably about the same speed, maybe, but it's another storytelling song. I love his storytelling songs because they're just so involved.
Now, if he gets much faster than that, I won't be able to keep up. He was on the line.
Well, I don't know if there's a song that I listen to where he gets much faster than that. Maybe a little bit, but really not that much. So, you got anything else to say?
I've always got something to say, but I'll stop here.
Okay, well, hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, please like, subscribe. Let us know what you guys think of the song. Let us know how we're doing, if you like the Crypt reaction or not. But yeah, I think that's about it. So we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Peace.